Welcome to Knicks.com. Jonah Ballow here with Kyle O'Quinn. Kyle been playing really well of late, coming off the bench. Team gets over 40 points in the Portland game as far as the second unit. How have you been feeling with that group, and what is the difference there for you guys when you come off the bench?
I think you're just trying to be a spark. I think we all have the same mentality. Just do something to get a bigger lead or sustain the lead that the starters have gotten us, not putting them at a disadvantage when we come out the game. So I think that's the mindset. And I think we're just playing well together. That's the biggest thing. No one man is doing it themselves, but we're playing well together. And I just hope it keeps going that way. Shots are falling. We're talking on defense. Just in those short minutes, we're just trying to get something done.
Yeah, it's interesting. We're close to the action during the games. Obviously, with the press section, you can hear your voice. How important is that to staying vocal, communicating, and making sure everybody knows where they're at?
Well, some guys rely on it. Like Derek Williams. We might go down. Lance Thomas, we might go down a possession. I don't say nothing. And they come back, Kyle, I hear you, so they kind of rely on it. And I feel like it's my job, just communicate, just from the back end. It helps me out, talks me through a defensive possession. And I think it also, might rattle the offense, you never know, but it works. My coach in college harped on it big time, and I think that's something I like to do on defense, just talk my way through this possession.
It'll be a long night, buddy.
Sometimes even when you're not getting minutes on the floor, where you can see you on the sidelines with your teammates trying to keep them in the game, even when, maybe it might be a lopsided contest.
Yeah.
What is your role on this team? Do you feel that need to be the communicator to keep everybody's spirits up, even, maybe when the game is lopsided?
Well, I don't know if that's my role or my key, but that's just something I like doing. Support is something that you just can't put a price on or anything. It's just something the person wants to do. And I think just being supportive when people are out there, they look at the bench, they see somebody, cheering them on, especially guys like Rolo. That may not touch the ball every possession, but when he gets it, let him know. You can't be stopped down there, just give him a little boost, a little battery in the back, we call it. So I think that's my job. And I'm a part of the team, and I think that's the way you can show your appreciation of being on the team, whether I'm playing or I'm not. Well, no matter what the score is just trying to be a team player the best way I can.
You have such a diverse game in terms of being able to be a physical presence down low and also step out, hit jumpers, rebound, do different things. Where do you feel the need is? I know you like to probably be an all-around, player, but coming off the bench and providing that spark, is it sometimes you have to shake it up a little bit and be that physical presence and maybe let your presence be known?
Yeah, we call it mixing it up a little bit. I know I talked to Melo in the Portland game. I said, telling him how dangerous he is when he mixes it up, because he gets down there too, play bully ball. And I think you have to be able to mix it up a little bit, because when your shot not falling, you get yourself going, hitting somebody, getting an easy layup, maybe an offensive rebound or something, getting your team another possession. I'm glad I can do both, I feel comfortable doing either one, but most part I just want to do whatever the team needs at that time. Game to game it could change, lineups change, other teams may put funky lineups out there, but doing my job at that time and during that specific game.
You see your relationship there with Kevin, too. He's kind of a class clown, as you can maybe call it. He's a funny dude. What's your relationship been with the guys so far and sort of gelling at this point in time? We're still early in the season, but you're starting to feel each other out?
Yeah, starting to feel each other out. West Point definitely helped us being in training camp. We had no choice but to talk to each other, even if I didn't like him or not. I had to talk to him, but I think it went well for us. Everybody liked each other. We had a lot of time to, get to know each other on the personal level. What guys got going on at home, guys helped me out, going through my situation, just trying to be there for me, asking if I needed anything, if my mom needs anything. So it just showed the character of the guys on the team. And I think good character, when you put it together, it has no choice but to work out for a good situation. So we're just trying to get it rolling, with the good guys we have.
Saw you doing these sprints back here.
Yeah.
I mean, is it an ongoing process in terms of just staying in condition, being in condition? I mean, this is, one of the few breaks you guys have had to practice in between games. Is that just a process throughout the season? You still have to keep in condition and to make sure you're in game condition? Yeah,
you got to, you know your body best. And I was telling another guy, I know my body best. I knew I could get some good recovery in today, this evening, tonight. And I got the morning tomorrow before the game, so I knew I needed to get my wind up a little bit. I played the last couple games, but you never know. I may be called to play a couple more minutes. I want to be ready for those minutes. Just like I was trying to be ready for the 6, 8, 10, 12 minutes. I didn't know it was coming, so just trying to keep my conditioning up. It's just, I think it all comes with being a pro. And the best one that taught me that was Nazi Muhammad.
Really?
Yeah, just get a little extra in, because you never know what you may need in the long run.
You lift weights during the season?
Of course.
Yeah. Is it the same amount as it would be during the off season, or do you lessen load?
Definitely lift it heavy in the off season because you got more time to recover. If your body doesn't want to lift the next day, you can call it off. This is a schedule, so I think so. We just leave it up to the strength coach, and he monitors, your playing time and what you may need. All the technology they got going around. We wear these chips all day. He knows what we need, so I just follow his protocol.
Okay, quickly, let's look at Minnesota, a young team out there. Karl Anthony Towns, obviously their rookie, has been pretty exciting. Andrew Wiggins, they're the second-year guy, is a really quality player. What do you see from that team in terms of this matchup when you'll face them Wednesday night?
I think we if we play our game, do what we need to do, we give our best chance of winning, and we always say that. Obviously, the score has to dictate who wins and who loses, but I think if we handle our pace, handle our getting into the formation, getting into the triangle, making the right read, that'll be the easiest thing for us to handle. And then with them, you just see some young guys ready to play, want to make a name for themselves. Young guys, and they're led by KG, so they're going to have a little fire with them.
Talk about mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah, he's one of the best at mixing it up. So
what do you do when he's chirping at you?
Oh, you got to ignore it. If you let him get into it, you just as good might as well walk out the gym, because once he get in your head, it's over. You just got to completely shut it out. Don't engage with it. Try your best not to. He's one of the best at it, but try not to engage with him.
All right, well, it'll be exciting stuff. Chris Stapps and Karl Anthony Towns going at it. You've been playing great off the bench, and the team looking to get 2 consecutive wins. Thank you so much for your time, Kyle.
Thank you.
There he is, Kyle Quinn, right here on Knicks.com.